would say the Michigan film tax, but it's only benefit Hollywood. I have a few friends who beg to differ.
Supporters of the film incentives hope their new PSA gets a good review from the public. Their message is simple. The movie industry in Michigan is changing lives and saving jobs.
It doesn't have an overt political slant, but it does show a message.
Ken Droz helped bring this group together. All of these people benefit in some way from the TV and film shoots going on across the state. And Droz says some of what the movie industry brings is intangible.
Whether it's, Ashton Kutcher tweeting the world that he loves canoeing on a river, or David Arquette, or the imagery of what's being, shown on screen and around the world, keeping young people here. You won't find college graduates going in line for a bicycle factory.
Supporters here say the movie business is a way to keep young people in Michigan.
As far as I'm concerned, this has to do with brain drain. I teach at a college level. It's like I want the students to stick around the area. Within the last couple of years, I can honestly say it probably placed about 10, 12 of my students have stuck around Michigan because of this film incentive.
Right now, movie producers can get up to 42% back in refunds and tax incentives. But under Governor Rick Snyder's plan, the program would be scaled back, capping the incentives to about $25 million a year, a huge reduction from the $95 million paid out to producers in 2010. Here's Governor Snyder on the incentives issue during our exclusive Detroit 2020 town hall last week.
What about those film credit dollars? Couldn't we be using those to deal with education or roads, all these other alternatives? So in many respects, it has created some jobs, but at a very high price and an unsustainable pace.
What about the trickle down? The student that stays here is liable to rent an apartment, possibly, go to some of the clubs or go to the restaurants, all these other things that, the trickle down.
This shoot is scheduled to wrap up post-production next week. Then it hits the airwaves and the web. But will the governor be watching? In Warren, Tom Waite, Channel 7 Action News.